Okay, my name is Andrea Colfer, and I'm from Elsipogtog First Nation in New Brunswick, and I'm here representing my sister Gladys Marie Simon.
Yona Simon. Gladys Simon was my aunt, and I'm representing our family as well.
Gladys was born and she was only 4 pounds. She was the second last child of 9 children. She had 5 sisters and 3 brothers. And she grew up having difficulty because of her size. She was 6'7" and 3/4, almost 6'8". That's a tall woman. And when you are a little bit different from the norm, you are teased. All she desired was to be loved. And all her life she wanted to be popular, wanted to be attached to something, and unfortunately she didn't have that. Not the way she wanted it.
One of the last times I saw her was I was like 12, and she's so tall, and I wrapped my arms around her. I'd be looking up and I'd be hugging her belly button. She was so tall. But she always smiled.
Well, Gladys's disappearance happened from the Camelton Hospital, where she was being looked after from the hospital. Well, many years later, 8 years and 3 months later, we received a call. I received a call, and our CMP asked if I could come home from Halifax to provide a DNA sample. Not even a week later, Sergeant York calls me in my office and he says, "I gotta come see you, my friend." And I know what he was going to tell me. What's your next step with somebody that you love and all you find is parts of their skeleton? And her remains were found in a water reservoir, fresh water reservoir, the drinking reservoir of the city. Now, how do you bring them home? What kind of ceremony do you have? Who do I contact first? Funeral home? How do I recover her? In 8 years, I survived 2 heart attacks, driving myself nuts, looking for her. You can't sleep. The first time I slept the whole night was when we had her casket in my house. Now I'm trying to recover, and it's hard to build your life back from that. I tried to pray for the perpetrator that probably killed her. That's the conclusion that we've come to. Because in her letters she wrote that she was being sexually abused by a male nurse.
I used to show them every time somebody comes, your aunts.
Oh.
I said to Gladys wrote me a letter, look at it. When she called me, she said, "I want to go there." This nurse, male nurse, he was bothering her and hitting her. She said, "I got a sore hand now. He hit me." I said, tell the nurses, tell the people that are in charge. I tell them, but they don't listen to me.
There was people there when we went to recover her clothes that said she was lactating.
Her roommate was telling me, and I was only like 14 or something like that. That's what her roommate was telling me. And sure enough, when she opened her mouth, we were rushed out of that hospital as soon as we came.
Yeah. There was one time where I went and you could tell there was bruises on her face. It's like somebody grabbed her like this. And my brother and my oldest daughter went. And of course I got angry and I went up to them and I said, "You know what's going on?" And my brother was tugging on me and he said, "Shh, don't say nothing. Just let it go, because she's going to pay for it when we leave. We get to leave, but she has to put up with it. We had a cousin of mine that had a dream, and she said, I dreamt of Gladys, and it had something to do with a mirror. And she said, and you wouldn't let her look at herself in a mirror. And I said, yeah, why would I? I don't want her stuck. I want her spirit to keep going to the spirit world and for her to rest. So at first we gathered and we talked and brainstormed what that dream might have meant. She wanted to see herself for the last time because she was underneath the water. She couldn't see her reflection. Us, we look in the water and we get to see our reflection. She was underneath that. So before they took her out of the house, we brought her a mirror and we said, here, look at yourself, you're beautiful.